What's good, y'all? Man, who seen that coming? Terence Crawford completely violated Errol Spence. Beat the dog living shit out of this man, Errol Spence. I damn. I seen a knockout potentially for Terence Crawford, but to outbox and stop him, nobody really predicted that. Nobody really predicted that. Not even the Crawford fanboys that felt like he was finna knock out Earl. They didn't say that he would outbox and win every single round and stop him like any other normal Crawford fight. They did not say that. Nobody seen this coming. Terence Crawford, man, he just all wrong for Spence. All wrong. Pretty much the same thing we seen on Tuesday with Inouye and Fulton. But that's the kind of what I was thinking about too. I'm like, man, Crawford's moving up. He's got faster hands, faster feet. He possibly could do this same thing to Errol Spence Jr. And he's the boxer puncher too. He can punch. See, the first round was competitive, but after the second round, when he already dropped Earl early, I just gave it to Crawford. I knew he was finna win, man, because when he dropped him with a jab, Errol Spence got caught backing straight out in a straight line, and Crawford caught him with a flush jab. Earl don't got no head movement like that. And like me, I thought if Earl could make it all the way to the decision that he would win it, I would have been wrong on that anyway. But I seen this knockout coming. You know what I mean? I would never bank on the chin of a fighter ever again. That would never even be one of my talking points like that. Because on this high level, this skilled counterpuncher like Terence Crawford, having a chin pretty much don't matter, man. If he's repeatedly just hitting you with shots you don't see. Bud had Spence number from the beginning. But hey, Spence, he was in there as long as he could. He got knocked down 3 times. And that right hook that he knocked him down with in the 7th round, the second knockdown to that round, that shit rocked Earl. He probably could have got stopped right there. Like I never seen Crawford. Man, Crawford haven't even looked like this against nobody. Even the so-called bums he fought, it was more competitive than this, but he looked like he focused on defense a lot in this fight. He used movement, but not a lot of movement. It was like a normal Crawford fight, man. And, a lot of these fights that we think be 50-50, they end up like this. They end up like this, you know what I mean? You never know. You never know what's 50-50 until they get in the ring. You know what I mean? And the people who you think could get blown out the water, they the ones that come and give a close competitive fight. Same thing with Frank Martin. Frank Martin blew out the dude that I thought could compete with him, Michelle Rivera. Then he come back in his next fight and he damn near lose to your boy. I still don't even know how to say his name, man. Bud he once I seen Bud dominating the jab battle, there wasn't nothing Earl can do. That was most of the reason why I was picking Earl to even fight him close to a decision and possibly win a decision because of the jab. Once the jab was going and his chin got busted in the second round, that fight was over, man. That fight was over, bro. I mean, he said he want the rematch at 154. Bud is the winner. The winner decide the weight. If Bud ain't struggling to make 147, you got to come back down if you want that rematch. You know what I mean? Bud pretty. If Bud ain't the A side after that whooping, man, I just don't know what to say. And Earl ain't no bum or nothing like that. It's just styles, man. He was tailor made for Crawford. I knew somebody was going to end up being tailor made for the other one. What's good, Jared? What you
Hey,
seen last night?
hey, what's good with it, Sean Pat?
What's going on?
What's good, man? But I was shocked, man. I actually thought Spence would win this one, kind of running away, to be honest. I just thought that Spence was the better man going in, but he got rocked, Sean Pat.
Yeah, man. And Bud is elite with that counter punching, man. Like them punches you don't see, then the ones that mess you up the most.
Right,
No matter how much you can take a punch, if you don't see it coming, you liable to get hurt. And Bud has power. He's countering with power.
right.
You
Uh,
know, I believed in Earl, but I always kept saying if his chin hold up, if he make it the decision, I knew it was a chance, a huge chance he might get knocked out. But I just didn't see Earl going out like that. But he was just getting hit so flush. It wasn't really much you can do about it. You know what I mean?
yeah, I feel you on that. It's just
But I just didn't think that Crawford would win all of the rounds. I thought that he would come from behind and knock Earl out probably late. You know what I mean? I thought Earl would be in control of the fight, but without that jab, it just wasn't much he could do.
yeah,
And Crawford he can throw every punch. Like he throw good hooks, good uppercuts. He's decent to the body. He just he turned out to be all wrong for Earl, and that's just what it is. You know what's
yeah.
good, Haplo?
It's good. Um,
Yeah, see, but I would have bet it for the fight to go to the distance. I would have bet it a little bit on Earl, and then I would have sprinkled like lighter on Crawford for the knockout. But I thought this fight was going to the distance, man, for real. But after I seen that second round, Bud was looking too comfortable. I knew he was finna knock out Earl. You know what I mean?
yeah. It's
Yeah,
just
of course, that shit was embarrassing.
yeah.
Of course, it was. I
Well, I
mean, what
think
else could it have been?
yeah, it's not good. Like I think the biggest thing is like Spence really has to bounce back because when you take losses like this, particularly when you can argue as a choke, like you gotta bounce back because you can't as a fighter. It's one of the more mental games in all major sports, and so if you're able to bounce back, you can get on a run. But if you take loss after loss or back to back, even it can kill you, Sean Pat.
Man, that second knockdown, Crawford had beat him to the punch. I thought Earl had hit Crawford. I'm like, what the hell? How Earl fell? Crawford sneaked that bitch in. He too tricky.
Yeah. man. It's
Yeah.
just
It could
it's
have been stopped. It could have been stopped earlier, but that was a virtuoso, man. That's like a Curry 50 points in the finals right there. That's like Curry them sweeping LeBron James. That was a sweep, bro. Like
right.
Crawford, I don't give a damn. Going forward, if you picking anybody against Crawford, you just must don't like that man. Like I don't think Jamel Charlo can beat him. Cause they say Earl put hands on Charlo and spar when they spar. And it's not even just that. Like Crawford, he's got too much wiggle for Jamel. Jamel get frustrated. He don't listen to his trainer either. Crawford got better ring IQ. You know what I mean? Like I ain't Boots looked it good, but I ain't gonna lie, man. I ain't picking him over Bud after what I just seen, bro. And we seen Boots. He don't. He didn't look that good coming forward. Oh man, Crawford just gonna lure him into shots. Pretty much the same thing as Earl. You know what I mean? I know Jerron Ennis. He a young fighter. He gonna get reckless trying to run up on Bud. And to be honest, man, I'm not like trying to like move the goalpost on Bud, but he pretty much should fight Boots next, man, because if, if Spence don't take the rematch, Spence talking like he is, I don't see what's gonna change, bro. I mean, it's Styles, bro. Like he's too athletic. He got hand and foot speed. I called that out in the media workout. I'm like, Bud looked like he got the speed advantage. That could be a huge problem. And it was because he was beating him to the punch. He was out jabbing him. Like, man, nobody, man, if you say you seen this coming, you're fucking lying. For real. Like, I said that it could be one-sided either way. You know what I mean? Especially after seeing the Nui Fulton. I thought Earl could possibly be too strong for Crawford and be banking in rounds. But I also seen Crawford, outboxing Earl and stopping him. You know what I mean? Well, I didn't see it like that. I thought he would like be taking a couple rounds, like 2-3 rounds, and then start out, but like he did Porter. That's what I seen him possibly doing at the best. You know what I mean? But I just originally thought that Earl would be working the jab and be up on the cards and Crawford catch him late, like in the 10th round.
Yeah, I can see that.
But it was too many. But Earl got too many flaws, bro. All that can't be fixed. It can't be fixed.
Nah, it
You
can't
know what I
be.
mean? No, like the defensive flaws. Like, and his hands was too slow. He couldn't really get no combos together, bro. Like, you
Yeah,
can't fix that either. Like, Crawford has too many, like, physical advantages. Not saying he's bigger, but the speed and the feet are faster too.
yeah, that's the crazy part, bro. Like he didn't show up, Sean Pat.
You just can't. You just never know you just never know if a fight is really 50-50 until they get in the ring, man. That's all I can say.
Yeah,
Because that's both of these was like the two biggest fights in all of boxing. Like a Nui Fulton, that was like seen as real 50-50. Like a Nui was a favorite, like minus 300 because it was in Japan. But like that's the best opponent that he could find right now. You know what I mean? Like even a weight class, a two up, like 130, 126. Like we don't see a lot of competition for him.
right.
And kind of the same thing. Well, if Crawford go to 154, The fights will get tougher with like Tim Zoo. Like there's some fighters up there that can give him a run, but like he's more skilled than those guys too.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And he wanted to go fight for undisputed up there to be 3-time undisputed, but Jamil Charlo, who is undisputed, he's moving up to go fight Canelo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it is, he ain't gonna fight him until September the 30th. That's 2 months from now. Well, maybe Crawford could just wait to see what happened with that. It's only 2 months. And if Charlo lose, just relentlessly call him out, try to get him in the ring. But when Bud, man, I think Bud for sure beats Charlo. Especially if he go up there and lose to Canelo and come back down and immediately fights Bud. He ain't beating Bud like that. And they gonna take all the credit away from him and say that he just lost to Canelo. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you on that.
So there ain't really a lot of fights out there for Bud like that, unless he can go up to 154. If Charlo not trying to fight him, maybe he might have to fight a tune-up maybe at 154 if he want to move up right now, but or at 147. This biggest money fight outside of this, it's a Spence rematch. And after that, people ain't really gonna want to see that fight again.
Nah,
People,
it
but
doesn't seem like
look though, people ain't really gonna want to see that fight again. But it still might be Crawford's biggest financial fight to take. You know what I mean? Because
yeah,
that's what everybody look for. Everybody look for the biggest money fight, and
true.
that Spence might still be Bud's biggest money fight available
Yeah, it's possible.
because Ennis he just did a main event. That was his first main event, and there ain't really much outside of Ennis at 147 now. Keith Thurman, nope, don't nobody really care to see Keith Thurman fight for undisputed. Who do people really want to see Bud fight at 147?
Man, you think he's got to put on some weight, Sean Pat?
You think he should move up a weight class now?
Well, no, I'm just asking because like I don't know to be honest, but I was just wondering like if you feel like gaining some weight would actually help him.
Who, Bud?
Yeah.
No, I mean, Bud never complained about making the weight at 147. That's Spence. Spence, he keeps saying that the rematch at 154, but
Oh
he
wait.
don't call it. But he
Oh
don't
yeah, sorry,
call
sorry,
that
I got the
shot.
names wrong. Yeah, sorry, I got the names wrong. I meant Spence, not Bud. Sorry about that.
Yeah, Spence. Yeah, it'll help him out, I guess, if he really like struggling to make 147 like he say he is, but I don't think he beating them because he just got too many technical advantages over Earl. All that 154 is gonna do for him is his chin gonna last a little bit longer. He gonna get knocked out again,
Right.
and hopefully Bud Power don't carry up. Even if it don't, he can outbox him. He was moving around him. He outboxed him and stopped him. Like you don't see like a one-sided domination like that, and then somebody just come back in the rematch and just beat them. Like it'll be like a closer fight, but the winner is gonna win. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I
Got
feel
the way he beat his ass, he got his number. You know what I mean?
yeah, and that's the bad part.
But like he is, if it's a rematch, it's because it was in the contract and Spence won it.
Yep.
Yeah. But Spence, I ain't shitting on him or whatever. He just second place. That is it is what it is. You
Yeah,
know
and
what I mean?
that's the thing. Like he has to do something to really like restore what he is, or what he was, I should say.
What's good, Hitman X? What's good, Tiffany? Y'all enjoyed the fight last night. But yeah though. It's just pretty much a flawless performance for Bud, man.
Yeah, it really was. That's the it's rare you see flawless performances like that in any level, and so you just sometimes it sometimes you just have to shake the other man's hand, Sean.
Yeah, I mean, man, Bud barely even looked like that in all his other fights. Like that was like honestly probably his best performance of his career.
We have his career.
Almost as far as like dominating the fight. Like nobody, they lying if they say they seen it coming like this. I didn't see all this for
I
real.
mean, yeah. I mean, look, I feel you to a certain degree because look, that man was just on fire. Like he couldn't really do much wrong, and I do believe it's one of the more pound for pound great fights. No pun intended, but one of the more pound for pound great fights that I've ever seen from a boxer. Just because typically you make a mistake or something happens where something is more up for grabs, but that was just. I mean, look, man, that was wire to wire, Sean Pack. Like it was that dominant.
Yeah, man. Like it was only debatable if Spence won the first round.
Right.
I don't, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I just had came to give Bud his props, man. And ain't nothing else I can do.
Right.
You know, there ain't even really much else to say.
It's it's
He's the best pound for pound in the world.
it's crazy, man. Like nobody expected the pure annihilation that came. Like, yeah,
Yes, I thought it would be close, and then maybe he
right.
catch him. That's all I thought.
Yeah, this one did, I think, take a lot of people, not take, but this took a lot of people off guard, or caught a lot of people off guard, I should say. Like it's just one of those things where the next time, like, Spence has to look. If he's gonna get a rematch, Spence has to really fix something. Not, and this isn't a tweak, bro. This has to be a complete rebuild because this was just it was that bad, Sean Pack.
Yeah, man. It's like he just was following Bud around the ring, head not getting off the line. He was getting caught. Bud landed over six. I think he landed over 50. I think he landed like 58% of his power punches. You can't win like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? You just can't win like that. It's just the styles, the way that they fight, and plus, uh, Bud got the speed advantage, like the power advantage, the feet advantage. There's too many advantages. You know what I
Crazy.
mean?
Yep. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, I really don't even know where Bud even goes from here. He might as well just. But if Charlo was to lose to Canelo, but I'm rocking with Charlo. But what if he lose to Canelo? That's the only way that I see that he could get the fight. Because if he beats Canelo, I would assume he's staying at 168, right? Because if he beats him, he's gonna get offered a bunch of money to rematch Canelo. So that's two fights he gonna have up there. But if he lose to Canelo, would he want to jump right in there with Bud? I don't really think so.
Mm.
So I don't think Charlo is even available to Bud. Like, so who could Bud fight next? What's the next mountain to climb? You know what I mean?
He's gonna have to get better.
I mean, Boots. I think that'll be entertaining. But will Crawford look at Boots as he offering enough?
I
But
mean,
Spence, man, Spence is already talking about activating a rematch. But I think Al Heyman finna try to talk him out of it or something. He gonna try to talk him out of it.
I don't know. I
And
don't think that's gonna be
if he don't take that rematch immediately, he uh he might miss out on it altogether. And then say you can take a tune up, then come get your rematch. You got to get it immediately.
I don't think he's gonna be able to talk him out of it, Sean. Like he really wants a rematch.
Yeah, but what weight will Bud want it at?
That's a good question. It'll
But
probably
if he fight him at 154, is that even doing much for Bud? Bud want to be a undisputed champion. He want to, especially with Charlo going. Bud ain't the one struggling to make the weight. Shit, he make 147. He never said nothing about struggling to make the weight. So Spence might have to do it again. If it's at 147, I definitely ain't picking him. Not after that, bro. Like I ain't picking him at 154. I just think that he just would last longer if it was at 154. But what is that doing for Bud? If he beats Spence at 154, what does he get? Like he ain't getting no title. Jamel Charlo, what if he's still gone?
right.
Like he ain't just gonna be just fighting Tim Zoo in the front door like that, you know what I mean? Just waiting on Charlo or something.
I mean, honestly, look, I think the only way he feels like he can really get back on the A track, so to speak, is if he takes that rematch and he gets his revenge. Like fighters, when they lose big fights, especially ones that they feel like they should have won, they want that rematch right away. Like it's just they boxers are some of the most prideful people in the world, Sean Pack. Like they don't take losses well.
Yeah, no. But the winner choose the weight that the rematch is at. What is Spence gonna do if Bud say I'm gonna stay at 147?
I mean,
What is he gonna do?
well, and see, that's the tricky part of it. Like Spence, look, and I get it. Like I said, after like I just said, after he took a big loss, like the man wants his get back, and so I think sometimes when you're in that moment and all you want is just to get a guy back, like you don't really think all the way about like the particulars of a fight, and so he just wants to get him back regardless. I think Sean.
Yeah, so you think that he'll take it at 147?
I mean, it's possible. Like I mean, he probably shouldn't though. Like if it's going now, if it's gonna be at that particular weight, like I think he probably shouldn't just because like I don't know if he could necessarily make that weight, but I mean, if he wants a rematch, I mean, he's not gonna have a choice. So he's got to think this one through, Sean Pack. Like, does he really want the rematch as soon as he's wanting it? Because if he does, he really has to step it up. But he should probably just wait it out. And if he doesn't wait it out, he's gonna put himself in a bad position again. I think Sean Pack.
Yeah, but I don't know what the contract says. He might have to take it next. And I don't know. I think Bud's a man of his word. He'll give it to him. Cause shit, Bud still probably don't got a lot of options like that. They was talking about Spence fighting Canelo. They not Bud fighting Canelo.
Right.
You know what I mean? But ain't no way he can fight Canelo. I don't think his body can move up that far. 168, that's 21 pounds. I don't think, and Canelo, he making you come all the way to him. If you're a threat like that, he ain't finna catch weight with Bud.
Right.
So it ain't really much out there for him. So yeah, I think this rematch probably finna happen.
Yeah, probably.
But if it don't, though, I want to see Ennis. If it, you know what I mean? Because Bud didn't take a lot of damage. He can be ready to fight Ennis. And
Yeah,
after what I had Ennis over, I had Ennis being able to beat these guys. But after what the hell I seen, man, I don't know. Young Puck might have to slow down a little bit. Bud might clip him or something. Especially if he coming forward. Jerron Ennis didn't look that great coming forward against a fighter with good footwork.
right.
Bud might be able to knock him off. He's just young and big. Probably got a little bit more energy than Crawford. But Crawford, he got a good gas tank too.
He does.
hmm
Like, it's
But
gonna
yeah,
be.
though, I don't ever, don't ever like pick a fighter because you think they chin good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
Because like it don't matter how good your chin is, you keep getting countered, you're gonna get fucked up.
Yeah, eventually, yeah.
Yeah, I just don't know what was wrong with Spence defense all night. His defense was trash.
Yeah, he just didn't have it, Sean Pack. Like it just looked like he just simply just didn't have it. Like I don't know how else to explain it.
Yeah. I mean, cause like it's hard to like come forward like how he fight and have good defense as well. But like his defense is kind of solid to be like a come forward fighter. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I just thought that it would be better than that. Like Crawford, he led off a couple, sometimes, but a lot of those was counter punches he was getting hit with.
Yeah. So a lot of counter punches.
But yeah, though, man, I just wanted to jump on right quick, man. I appreciate you jumping on with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Now I'm
it's
about
been
to
a while.
slide. I just wanted to have a little
Yeah,
breakdown on what happened.
yeah. It's been a while, grind, Harold. Like what you been up to, fam?
I just been chilling, man. I've been trying to make little moves out here. I'm trying to get my CDLs so I can be a truck driver, make
Yeah,
some
no.
good money, some good legit money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, I'm about to be going to school soon for that. Like in October, I'm trying to get in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's legit, man.
Yeah. But I appreciate you though, man. I'm hopefully around that next time I come on.
Right. Hey, salute to you, Sean Pat.
Salute. But yeah, Bud, number one pound for pound. I don't even think it's a debate, man. He, you can debate that he had a better performance than a Nui. You know what I mean? I take that more credit for beating Spence like that than goddamn, Fulton. Fulton, he was his best opponent too. Like Fulton, that was an impressive victory. But After what Terence Crawford did, a flawless victory against somebody like Errol Spence, I don't even see how you put anybody else pound for pound number one right now, or even pick anybody else to beat this man right now. You gotta wait a couple years and see what happens. We gotta see how Terence Crawford can see how he ages. He's 35 years old right now, and there's not even a lot of big fights out there for him right now. You know what I mean? I don't know where uh, he's going next. It's likely to be this Errol Spence rematch. But the only question about Bud right now, let me keep it honest with you, dog. The only question about Bud Crawford right now is how long can he do it? Not who can beat him. How long can he do it? Because he is skilled on top of skilled. He's like all around fighter, bro. Offense and defense. Like his defense shocked me. The way he's been hit by did you see the way he got hit by Sean Porter? Did you see the way he got jabbed for 3 straight rounds against Porter? And how could you possibly think that he could come out here against Earl and have a flawless performance? But I'm gonna shut it down. Bud Crawford, pound for pound. It debate is over.